As we proceed with triangles, and we explained in our previous session how to prove that this triangle is a right triangle using Pythagoras theorem, today you will be given that this triangle is a right triangle, but you will be given a missing hypotenuse. So the measurement of the hypotenuse is missing, and you need to find it. How do we find it? Again, whenever we have a right triangle, our reference is the Pythagoras theorem. Given here that we have x and we have 12 and 5. If you notice here that the side that has a value x is facing your right angle. So this is the C, which is the hypotenuse. And it is unknown. We need to find how much is the value of C or x here. Now, remember that A and B could be any of the two measures that we have because we already determined C. So I'm going to take that 12 is A and 5 is B. To find x or c, you have to apply Pythagoras theorem. What does Pythagoras theorem state? It states that in a right triangle, c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. Who told us that this is a right triangle? Because over here you can see that there is the 90-degree sign, which indicates that this triangle is a right triangle. Now we substitute a and b with the values that we have. C squared is equal to 12 to the power of 2 plus 5 to the power of 2. So c squared is equal to 144 plus 25. C squared is equal to 169. Here we were able to get c to the power of 2 is 169, but till now we did not get the value of c at all. How to get the value of c? When you have a term to the power of 2 is equal to a number, you can remove the power of 2, but you have to put a sign which is called the square root or radical. So this means if we have c squared is equal to 169, then, so if c squared is equal to 169, then c without the power of 2 is equal to radical or the square root of 169. Now you can use your calculators to determine the square root of 169. How? There is over here a button that is the radical. So you use this button and you put under it 169 and the answer will be 13. So C will be equal to 13. Then the hypotenuse here of this right triangle has a measure of 13. Remember, when I apply the Pythagoras theorem, I will reach a point where I have c squared is equal to a number. In order to remove the power of 2 to get c alone, because this is what we want c and not c to the power of 2. To remove the power of 2, you write c alone, but you add a symbol which is known as the square root or radical of the value that you have. Using the calculator by pressing on the square root sign over here or button, you will get an answer for the square root of 169, which is here 13. In your example here, we have two sides are given, 5 and 8 centimeters, and this is a right triangle because as you can see here, the right angle sign is present. Now, as you can see as well, that the side which is facing this right triangle is missing. When a side facing a right triangle, this is the hypotenuse, and we symbolize it by the letter C. So C here is missing and we need to find it. Remember that C here is the hypotenuse. Remember, when we need to find a missing side, in a right triangle, our reference is the Pythagoras theorem, which is c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. 8 could be a and 5 could be b. We start now by substituting the values that are given. C squared is unknown, we need to find it. A is 8 to the power of 2 plus b, which is 5 to the power of 2. So we have c squared is equal to 64 plus 25. Then c squared is equal to 89. Till here it is easy, but till here we did not find c. We need c. We found c to the power of 2 is 89. We need c. Remember, when we have to the power of 2, the only way to remove it is by placing the radical sign or the square root sign for the other value. So to get c only, it's going to be radical 89. Using your calculators and specifically using the radical sign over here, radical 89, you are going to get c 9.43398. But look back at the question. The question says, round your answer to the nearest tenth. What does tenth? It means we need to write one number after the decimal point. We have to round it to one number after the decimal point. So C, the final answer would be C is equal to 9.4 centimeters because the measurements are given in centimeters. So finally, we were able to get that C is equal to 9.4 centimeters. Another example, we have here a right triangle because the right angle sign is present, and the side that is facing it, which is the hypotenuse, has an unknown measure that we need to find. So see here, which is the hypotenuse is unknown and we need to find its measure. We have 4.5 and 6. Any of those could be A and the other one would be B. Again, this is a right triangle, so we can use the Pythagoras theorem by c squared equals a squared plus b squared. We are going to replace the a by its measure and the b by its measure. Now we continue. C squared is equal to 36 plus 4.5 to the power of 2 is 20.25. We continue. C squared is equal to 36 plus 20.25 is 56.25. Till here we were able to get C squared, but now we need C. To get C alone, we said we use the square root or radical. So C squared is 56.25, but we need C. To remove the power of 2, we have to place a square root or a radical sign for the other value. Then C is the square root or radical 56.25. Using the calculator, the radical sign going to be 7.5 centimeters. So we're able to get the C 7.5 centimeters.